Hello, welcome to Trash I Am. Last time in Paranormasight, I finally fucking catched up to all the episodes I actually previously already played before. But thank God I finally can start anew and be able to read all the files when they come up and not have to look for them back again. We finished off the Harue... Did we? I don't actually remember. I think we finished off the Harue Shigima storyline where she basically is willing to kill a lot of people in order to revive her son, which is honestly right now the most logical reason to be able to use the rite of resurrection. We've met some crazy ladies the past few days, and I wonder where it's gonna go now, because it kind of seems like most of our storylines in the story chart are a bit caught up. They're a bit of in like a they're all a bit dead ends because they all die at the end. So I wonder if we're gonna continue with the same characters and try to save them, basically, or if we just go to another set of characters. Well, anyway, let's get into it. And I lied. I did not finish Harue Shigima, but at least it's a point that I haven't played before. No more curses. Harue Shigima. Harue has received multiple reports about other suspected curse bearers. Although concerned about Ayame Tono, who is apparently also after the curse stones, she entrusts Richter to continue his investigation. Harue Shigima, 3 a.m. Shigima Mansion. Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers, and came home alone. I can hear the wind rustling in the trees. Will this really be enough to gather the soul dregs I need? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. The old Shigima Mansion. We rebuilt it here after the Great Kanto earthquake. It's always stayed the same all these years, even the war didn't touch it. I never liked it growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern. Hell yeah, updated files. Shigima residence. Once a warrior clan with a mansion in Honjo, now a dynasty of police officials. The Shigima family is one of the considerable repute. The family estate was originally located some distance from the city, but the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 forced them to rebuild in a new location. The Shigima Mansion was at one time a bustling place where members of the social elite mingled. 1 year ago, however, the head of the house was struck with a sudden melancholy, and ever since their mansion has stood silent as the grave. Does it make a difference, though, to wait here or to go inside? I'm just gonna go. Well, that was that, I guess. I wonder what would it have changed if I waited? Because I feel like, what was the point of this, you know? I'm actually gonna try to see what it would do if I waited outside, because this seems ridiculous. Why would I need to do that? Back here again, I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers, and came home alone. Okay. Wait here. Okay, so there's really nothing, I guess. I also can't really look around. Oh, hey, what is that? Okay, see, there must have been a reason for me to be doing this part. That's a cool mockingbird, honestly. Alright. Now I can go inside. Well then, back to the detectives, if they let me, what the fuck? A threatening phone call. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. After persuading Araishi, the curse bearers of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Tsutsumi and Eryo have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 4 a.m. Road. Okay, just road. Well, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looked suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we'll need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? No way. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Kinshibori Park. Ooh, will they meet Shogo? Or Yoko? Oh. Yeah, they do. Fuck. Whoa. What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it. We were too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on. I'm going to call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Wow, never thought I'd find Shogo's dead body. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensics team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. Ah, that is bad news. So they got someone else. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. Yeah, you really goofed up there. Just went to the wrong spots at the wrong time, huh? Oh, huh? Boss, that phone is ringing. Okay, but honestly, can you even call a telephone booth? I feel like that's impossible. Well, we better go check it out. You're right, but be careful, it could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Damn it. Hello? Kinshibori Park phone booth? I don't know who this man's is, though. Man's voice, okay. Evening, Detective Tsutsumi. How are things looking out there? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Tsutsumi himself. Wait. That's the Chief Inspector Tsutsumi now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together? What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite a runaround. No way, is this the killer? Wait, is this Fumichika Nejima? What? Did you say Fumichika Nejima? Like the one from the Nejima murders? Ding 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 ding. You got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tsutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in the cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. I should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. That it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? This is the real Fumichika Nejima. He must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Damn it. What is your goal? What is your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No, thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. It's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I'll let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those assholes threw at me. And I did it all for you, Tsutsumi. So please just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. How? Why is it that whenever the detectives come on screen, it becomes a little bit homoerotic? Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk shit at. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair. Jesus Christ. Despair, begging me for mercy. Whoa, oh no. I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I've always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would save me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. What about Ario, boss? Boss, what about me? Even he's like, yo, what the fuck? Don't let me die out here. Or, wait, are you just trying to protect... Oh, or wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you. Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all? Such a good girl. Oh my. Don't tell me she just happens to live in Honjo. What? She does? He doesn't even know! No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay. Oh, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Fuck you. I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times. I won't let that happen. How did you find me? How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice, it's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun raking your tiny little brain for it. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. Tsutsumi, you have the evergreen peach, no? Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse? Indeed, and what a peculiar curse it is. But that's where my hints end. He's laughing a little too much. God damn it. The curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. One more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't. Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. But by then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot. You think I'd call off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima. You've got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough souls drags to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid. What would Nejima even use it for? He only wants to kill people. Never thought he'd want to bring one back to life. Wait, Nejima! You're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. I love that the moment... Shogo's dead body in the left corner is insane. Why did they have to even include him in that shot? It's just comical. I love that the moment the two detectives come back on screen, it's just all fun and games, isn't it? Actual action, everything's already back into action again. Boss. Ario, did you catch all that? Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is gonna make things tricky. You mean with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. We'll use them to find out where he is. But then we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye aye, boss. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Hanjo serial killing still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Tsutsumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Tsutsumi and Ario themselves spent the rest of the night looking for curse bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Whoa, I can't believe that. That's insane. Oh, what? Okay, that's crazy. How? How is Hitomi alive after this? Wait, okay, so this is the one where... There's a timeline where Hitomi survived? So the moment we go back to check on Hitomi, she's... What? She's supposedly dead. The moment we go back to check on Hitomi, she's gonna be dead. But the moment we leave ourselves, we're both meant to survive. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would us going to check on her kill her? It's because of what we said to the janitor, isn't it? Is the janitor actually the serial killer? Because if so, I really goofed up with that voice just now. Alright, well, do I continue things with the police officers or with Hitomi's help? I like the police officers too much, I'm just gonna go with them. Sorting things out. Hajime Yoshimi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder. The problems just pile up, putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Tsutsumi leaves Ario to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Kinda sad that it's already morning. I really like the night aesthetic. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 9 AM. Kinshibori Park. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to get her some information. Took you long enough. Forensics has finished their investigation and the body's been carried away. That said, we're still closing the park to the public, at least for the time being. This place was really giving me the creeps last night, but it looks pretty normal with the sun out. Well, we've got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess I'd better see what Ario's found out. That's insane. So, in this timeline, the detectives survive, obviously. I don't think they'd ever die. Then you've got Haruhi Shigima. She probably survived and hasn't killed anyone. The kids survived. Mio and Yakazaki, or Sakazaki? Yakko. Yeah, Yakko and Mio survived. The detective survived. Haruhi Shigima survived. I'm pretty certain what was his name again? Richter Kai. Like, Kai also survived. But, like, did Yoko survive? Where did she go? Like, what happened to Yoko? Is Yoko an accomplice to the Shuichi murder? I mean, it would make the most sense considering she's a woman and she might have not even realized what she was doing. Still weird though. We haven't seen anything of Yoko, and if Yoko's died, then she should have been found in this park alongside what's his name? Shogo. Well, either way, I guess we'll see about that later. Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks. The floor is yours. The serial killings. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one, the young man we found here. Oh, thank God they're gonna explain it for me. He's been identified as Shogo Kie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. He drowned. He drowned in the middle of a park. That's not possible. It's gotta be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, boss. Isn't this a park associated with one of those 7 mysteries too? Yeah, the Whispering Canal. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between a canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Ario. You're starting to get the hang of this. So let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamazawa. Oh, fuck. Fuck. That's either his daughter, Harue, or Yoko. And I don't like any of them being dead. Or Mio or Yakko, which also would suck. The victim has been identified as Tabako Hayashi? Who the fuck? Is that the boss? Is that Shogo's boss? 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Meaning... Fuck, I don't know. We didn't even see all of them. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna assume the food washing... No, that's what sound, I think. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Also, what's still new? Mockingbirds? Ah, the ones I found. Oh, they did actually register the one that I found in my previous gameplay. That wasn't recorded. Oh, fuck. Well... Kills by drowning. Kills with music. Fire. Hanging. Oh. Well. Kills by crushing one who hears the command wash. Oh. Well, I don't remember seeing how Shogo died last time. It wasn't really clear that that he was being crushed. But I guess the food fetish one then. It makes a lot of sense because it's like a giant foot stepping on them. Exactly. Crushing is the food fetish mansion's modus operandi. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the 7 mysteries. Then is this Namigaki's doing? Shit. I knew it used it. Judging by the amount of soul drags, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it. And as for the 3rd victim, he was identified as Kohei Yonouchi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or a heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of a courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school, and not just any school. Komagata House is one of the 7 mysteries. I don't remember. Ah, this one, the Fool's Procession. Kills by fatal fall. One who hears its music for 30 seconds. Ah! Wait, that's really fucked up now that I think about it. The curse power that's used on this teacher is the same, I think the same as the one that was used on Michio, the girl that died and was in the newspaper, which is friends of Yakko Sakazaki, which is crazy because she's the one that got the Fool's Procession. That's really fucked up. Right. It's where the Fool's Procession is supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. We can't rule out the possibility that this is death was also the work of a curse. I see. Either way, it seems all 3 victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. But you've got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. That's right. And Hajimi's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There are many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh, really? I see. Oh, shit. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Well, looking into at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers were acted last night. But we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. There is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh, that's great news. So basically we're safe during the daytime. Exactly. It's also likely why Najima gave us till dusk. Ah, he must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Wait, so are we gonna experience another night and then we have to prevent these Najima from murdering the fucking town? Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time. Oh, okay, now I understand. I thought we had to finish it last night. I wasn't reading correctly. Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye, boss, let's do this. The curse bearers. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namigaki had the food wash dimension, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern. We've got both of their curse stones. And then there's Najima, who claims he has the one-sided reed. Yeah, that about sums it up. Notes on curse bearers. Okay, so there's like 3 more curse bearers that are unknown. I mean, the Whispering Candle was Shogo, so that's pretty much solved. So basically the other ones are the Beckoning of Light, which is probably one of them is Michio, not Michio, the delinquent girl, I forgot her name. So she might have either of these 2, the Taiko of Tsugaru and the Beckoning Light. And then there's one more that's unknown. You better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without the lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Najima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye, boss. Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Hajime Yoshimi. I asked around Sumina's community safety bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. It seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide. Looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds and all that, he must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But I'd already been deemed a suicide, and it had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it? Yes. A truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at the high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. So there's a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing it down at all. This is turning into quite the grisly case. The vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and the traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully they'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. No, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, I do want to know. What is he thinking of him now? He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. Give me a chance to rest up. Remember the girl Yoshimi met with the day he died? One Hitomi Okuda. Ah, that's the girl. That's the girl that has one of the curse stones. She most definitely killed him. Like, why else would they meet in a park? Community safety didn't even have any contract information for her on hand. Not even an address? Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That's sad. She still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can we have community safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Because of the teacher that died. That's right. Alright. But if it's not something we can do today, we might have to forget about it. Let's move on then. I got some information about Yoshimi's fiancé from the community safety. How did he find this all out last night? They were barely, like... What time is it right now? 12? Because if it's 12 a.m. I get it, but... Otherwise, it's a bit weird that he's got so much information in such a short amount of time. Her name is Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But... Oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. There it is. Can things just be easy for once? God, she is hot. Maya is a beautician and the fiancé of Hajime Yoshimi, a police officer with the Sumida Police Department. Maya's current whereabouts remain unknown. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps? It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse, but Yoshimi was well liked, and they'd been together for over 10 years. Years don't mean shit, Ario, come on. Like, it's actually even more reason to kill your partner. You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors. I guess so. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancé as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Fumichika Nejima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima. But so far, we haven't received any word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work. About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives. It gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me... okay, he worked at a factory, so it's not the janitor, thank God. Or else I would have had to give up the previous Nejima voice, and I really like that. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. He also said he lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's just sloppy. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. So Nejima got the fuck up about unsupervised? God damn it. That asshole's annoyingly good at faking remorse or insanity. Oh, that asshole's annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or insanity. Whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole. He's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. That's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima... Yeah? Did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. That's not good. Does it mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency, and that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I get that they've broken up and stuff, and that she's kind of pissy about him never being there because of work, But Jesus Christ, woman, your daughter's safety is in danger. Like, why would you be, like, reluctant to get help from a police officer, even if it is your ex? I guess it explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Former, huh? That cuts deep. Yikes, sorry. It just kinda slipped out. Anyway, I suspected it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was its story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Ah, right. One of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. And it really suits to Nejima's taste as well, as they both like to commit similar crimes. No, I didn't mean to do that. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it till we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shiraishi's house to find out more about her. God, I love this music. I really have missed it. Okay. There's a lot we need to do, but not a lot we can do. This ain't looking good. We're gonna run out of time if we don't do something. Gotta keep moving. Yeah, why didn't they catch up while moving about? Oh, funny. Well, first Hitomi's help, I guess. Hitomi's help. Bringing her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay the price. Yakko makes it home safely, but still isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes. Well, she's in the picture, so I'm assuming she's alive. If not, it's still crazy that she is alive. Yakko Sakazaki, 8 a.m. Yakko's home. Oh, good morning, Yakko. Huh? Yakko, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. Huh? It's morning? Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh, I'm Yakko Sakazaki. I would have loved to do something else. Yes, I'm Yakko Sakazaki. Good. Seems like you're fully awake. Oh, Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yeah, how the fuck did you survive? Because last time I checked, you were dead. Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity if we used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all of this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? I'm just with Paranormal Affairs, Investigative Bureau. I hunt down ghosts and ghouls. The truth is, I've been training things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff? Like you would with a flower arranging? I had quite an eventful childhood. Huh. That sounds like it must have been tough. Yes, it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job. You do it while also being a student? Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you've got it rough then. But still, that's really amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, they don't know? They don't know school's closed because the teacher is dead? Or is this a different day? Because it seems like the same day. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its power is diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? Right. I do have it, but... Yakko? Is it really so wrong trying to bring Michio back? I mean, girl, you're... Listen, it's not wrong to bring that friend back to... I mean, yes, it kind of is wrong. Let her die. But, the fact that you're willing to kill other people is what makes it wrong. I can't approve of it. The ride may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. Well, you're too late with that one. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yakko. I promise I won't use the curse no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, and I'll settle things so that we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right. Thank you, Mio. Okay then, let's go. Candy Shop Sennoya, an old-fashioned candy shop located on a street corner in Honjo. It has been in Yakko Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. On the weekends you can spot Yakko watching over the store, cooking monjayaki, and playing traditional tops and card games with the local children. Though traditional candy shops are known for selling cheap treats for kids, it is not uncommon to see these largely privately owned businesses become something more like general stores, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as a doma, with a space in the back of where customers can eat monjayaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machines in the front. Such facilities make them attractive places for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth, when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interest and taste. That's sad. Yakko Sakazaki, 8 a.m. Kumagata High School, front gates. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Yonoichi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't notice either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way. Well, there is a way, because you could have been one of those bodies if I went with a different route, honestly. Why? Could it be because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Yonoichi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely that it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. Yeesh, so the curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh, keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you? Sorry. I forgot again. Did I read it? I'm just gonna read it because it's updated anyway. Kohei Yonoichi. Kohei is an English teacher and the homeroom teacher for Class 2C at Komagata High School. He was seen alone with Hitomi Okuda in a classroom late at night by Yakko and Mio. His deceased body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. Kohei was an honor student and top of his class back in his high school days. The apple of his parents' eyes, he was placed under immense pressure to attend a first-rate university. The family plans came to naught, however, when the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers his students to be beneath him and largely looks down on them all. Man, what's it with the teachers at the school? Like, none of them really should be teachers at this point if they hate the students that much. I wish we had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right. That's unusual. Oh, but she was at school last night too. She must know something about Mr. Yonoichi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me. Okay, voice for Hitomi. She's apparently a bitch, so... Huh? So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Oh, yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. Huh? So that's what it was? Did you hear about Mr. Yonoichi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. Did she kill him or not? Like, what the fuck? She's not helping her case here. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you... It was almost dawn. Probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden. Ran out onto the grounds like something was chasing him. Then screamed. Ah! Somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio! Or something like that. While he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else out on the grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was, but for just a second I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure. It could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life. I was wrong and I'll do anything. And all of a sudden his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him? He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Why were you there to begin with? Like, why were you meeting all these men late at night? Like, first off, the detective. Not detective, he's like a juvenile officer or whatever. And then it's your teacher. It's getting a bit weird now. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you've told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Yonouchi and killed him. Hell if I know anything about that. I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Did you tell that story to the police? Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they'd believe for such an insane story anyways. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Well, he's dead too, so... Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did. I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Fuck, that's such an emo thing to say. Okay, Tumblr girly. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You've got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah. This was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Yonouchi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Okay, Mio's exorcism. Hitomi, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus. Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or deep connection with the person, but even they shouldn't be able to be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host, the deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, Hitomi. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yakko. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I may pass. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up, all of a sudden, saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand, no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Classroom last night. He told me last night before you witnessed Mr. Yonoichi collapse. Can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Yonoichi, they'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So, last night, that piece of shit Yonoichi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum, if you ask me. Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start. Yonoichi's misdeeds. What did you mean by Mr. Yonoichi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl... Oh, sorry. The girl who killed herself? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her, call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No way. That's... How? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? Yakko, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Yonoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No. How terrible. Hitomi, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him, asking what he was doing. Walked in on it? I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was true. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Yonouchi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. Hitomi, if you knew about it, then why didn't you... Trying to say it's my fault. She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yakko, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michio, why? The dirt on Michio. Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. That's long. That's fucking long and you never noticed? Jesus Christ, Yakko, you are a terrible friend. For that long? The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. What was she smoking? She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Dunno. Got nothing to do with me. So, last night, how did it start? Ah, right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. Huh, so there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was my age, and that she was on my side. Must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no! That was a bit of a sarcastic oh no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. Then he'd listen to whatever it was I was pissed off about. The day he called me over there like usual, but something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. It was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michio? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he had noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me. He said, could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Yonouchi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew from her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans, I wonder? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I feared he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that. Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans, give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was gonna happen to him. Nakagoshi. Do you know him, Mio? No, I've just heard the name, I think. There really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Hitomi. Yeah? That talisman, would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. So, last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had? Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. Oh, that's rough saying that in front of Yakko. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like I can't talk about it now. I'll come to school tonight. He even gave me the code to lock on the back of He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night, but nothing he said made any sense. Like that it was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault, and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Yonoichi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, you're thinking you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Yonoichi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. I was dumb to fall for that creep Yonoichi's trap so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Yonoichi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way. You mean it really was her ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd be usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power, but it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. Huh? Wonder if that's what happened. Alright, Then, supposing that what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is, I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. Yeah, you sure about that? Not the fact that her dad died, she was being creeped on by her stepdad, it wasn't great at home, she was being blackmailed and sexually assaulted by her teacher. Seems like kind of a lot, doesn't it? And that's all I know. Happy. I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure. Thank you, Mio. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right. I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kinda scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up. You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. And don't die out there, okay? Thanks. We'll be careful. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Yonouchi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Yonouchi seemed to be different. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Yonouchi, Hitomi, and old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person Hitomi saw, a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Yonouchi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Oh, right, the person who killed Mr. Yonouchi would have to be one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or the old man Ashimiya. Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Yonouchi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered! I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses given that he's one doing research on the rite of resurrection. So we all have to be careful of old man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but as for what to do now, I'd like to find who is responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh? That makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We'll need to talk with Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading for some place someone may know where he is. Where to go then? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna assume either the... Fuck, I don't know. I really don't know. Either way, I'm gonna have to call it a day, cause, I'm running out of time. I gotta leave. Well then, things are coming to light, things are becoming interesting. I'm looking forward to next time. Oui oui. Ciao.